Alright folks, we've all been there, staring at that digital demon on our bathroom floor. Wondering if it's secretly conspiring against us. You know what I'm talking about. That scale that refuses to budge even a fraction of a pound despite your heroic efforts. Let's get real for a second. You've been counting every single calorie like you're auditing your tax returns. You've memorized the nutritional value of a grape. You've sworn off birthday cake like it's personally insulted your mother. And yet, nothing. Meanwhile, your workout routine? OMG. You're sweating buckets every day. Like, did someone install a sprinkler system in my clothes? Levels of perspiration. Your gym buddies are probably wondering if you've taken up swimming with clothes on. Your fitness app is sending you virtual high fives while your scale is giving you nothing but digital side-eye. It's absolutely maddening, right? You're doing everything the fitness gurus preach. Drinking water until you practically live in the bathroom. Eating so much protein your friends are worried about the chicken population. Getting so much sleep you're practically in a relationship with your mattress. And still, that scale just won't move. Here's the kicker. You are so not alone in this frustration. That weird plateau where your body seems to go, thanks for all the effort. But I'm good where I am, happens to literally millions of people. It's like your body is that stubborn toddler who plants their feet and decides, nope. Not today. So if you're nodding along, possibly while sipping on that green smoothie you don't even like but drink anyway because #fitness. Stick around. Today we're diving deep into why your scale might be ghosting you despite your best efforts. And, more importantly, what you can actually do about it that doesn't involve throwing that scale out the window. Though I totally understand the temptation. Hey beautiful people, Eva here. Welcome back to another episode where we get real about fitness struggles. Today we're tackling that soul-crushing situation where you're doing everything right but your body's response is basically, new phone. Who dis? Look, I've been exactly where you are. 3 years ago, I was exercising 6 days a week, meal prepping like a Michelin chef, and drinking enough water to fill a small swimming pool. Yet my progress photos looked identical week after week. Talk about wanting to scream into a pillow. So what gives? Why does your body sometimes hit the pause button on progress despite your best efforts? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Those sneaky, frustrating reasons why weight loss plateaus happen even when you're following all the rules. Now, before we jump in, I need to throw out this disclaimer. I am not a doctor, nutritionist, or medical professional. I'm just your friendly neighborhood fitness enthusiast who's been through the ringer and done a ton of research. Everything I share today comes from personal experience and conversations with experts. But it's not personalized medical advice. If you're struggling with significant weight issues or have underlying health conditions, please consult with healthcare professionals who can give you personalized guidance. What works for me or other people might not be right for your unique body. Your health journey deserves professional input. Okay? That said, I've gathered some seriously eye-opening insights about why your body might be playing hardball with your fitness goals. And I promise, understanding these factors might just be the game changer you need to break through that frustrating plateau. So grab your protein shake, settle in for the next 30 minutes, and let's unpack why your scale might be stuck, and what you can actually do about it without losing your mind. Okay friends, let's dive into problem numero uno, and it's going to blow your mind because it's so counterintuitive. Ready for this? You might actually be eating too little. I know, you're probably thinking, Eva, have you lost your mind? How can eating less be the problem when I'm trying to lose weight? Stick with me here, because this is where things get wild. So many of us fall into this trap. We decide to get serious about weight loss. And what's the first thing we do? Slash those calories like we're in some horror movie where carbohydrates are the villain. We go from eating normal meals to suddenly surviving on, like, a sad little salad and maybe half a chicken breast. Sound familiar? Let me break down what happens in your body when you go all extreme restriction mode. Your body isn't stupid, folks. It's been evolving for millions of years with one primary goal: keeping you alive. So when you suddenly drop your calorie intake dramatically, your body doesn't think, "Oh yay, time to get skinny." No, it thinks, emergency, famine, must conserve energy to survive. And what happens next? Your metabolism, that internal calorie burning engine, starts to downshift like you're easing off the gas pedal on your car. Your body literally starts conserving energy by burning fewer calories during your normal activities. It's like your internal systems are saying, "Whoa there, buddy, times are tough, resources are scarce, we need to stretch what we've got." The science behind this is fascinating. Your body produces less T3 and T4. Those are thyroid hormones that regulate your metabolism. When these drop, so does your metabolic rate. At the same time, your body might start breaking down precious muscle tissue for energy instead of fat. Because muscle requires more energy to maintain. Less muscle means, you guessed it, an even slower metabolism. I remember when I first started my fitness journey, I was eating maybe 1.200 calories a day. For reference, that's what toddlers should be eating, not grown adults who are exercising regularly. I was hungry all the time. My workouts felt terrible, and the scale wasn't budging. I was basically teaching my body to survive on less. Which is great if you're stranded on a desert island, but terrible if you're trying to create a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. Here's what blew my mind when I learned it. There's this thing called your BMR, basal metabolic rate. That's the number of calories your body needs just to perform basic functions like breathing, circulating blood, and cell production. For many adults, this number is somewhere between 1.400 to 1.800 calories before you even factor in any movement or exercise. So if you're eating 1.200 calories and then hitting the gym, you're essentially telling your body there's not even enough fuel for basic operations. Let alone optional activities like, oh I don't know, burning fat. The really devious part is that this metabolic slowdown can happen without you even realizing it. The signs are subtle. You're always cold. Your hair might start thinning. Your energy levels tank. Your mood goes haywire. And your sleep quality deteriorates. And the worst part? This metabolic adaptation can persist for weeks or even months after you start eating normally again. I had a client, let's call her Melissa, who came to me completely frustrated. She was eating 1.100 calories daily, doing an hour of cardio 6 days a week, and couldn't lose a single pound. When we gradually increased her calories to 1.800 while incorporating strength training, guess what happened? The weight started coming off. Her body finally had enough resources to function properly and lose fat. So what's the solution here? It's actually to eat more, but strategically. You need to find your actual maintenance calories, that sweet spot where you're fueling your body adequately, and then create a moderate deficit from there. For most people, that means no more than a 500-calorie deficit per day, which translates to about a pound of fat loss per week. Sustainable, reasonable, and it doesn't send your body into panic mode. Think of it like this. You're trying to convince your body that times are good. Food is plentiful, and it's safe to let go of some stored fat. You can't do that while simultaneously sending starvation signals. This might mean you need to actually increase your calories for a while before you can effectively lose weight. Especially if you've been under-eating for a long time. This process, sometimes called reverse dieting, involves slowly adding calories back in, maybe 100 extra calories every week, while monitoring how your body responds. I know this feels scary. Eating more when you want to weigh less seems completely backward. But trust me when I say that properly fueling your body is absolutely critical for long-term success. Let me share a personal light bulb moment. When I finally started eating enough, around 2.000 calories daily, my energy skyrocketed. My workouts improved dramatically. I started building visible muscle. And yes, the fat actually started coming off. Not overnight, but steadily and sustainably. And the best part? I wasn't constantly fantasizing about face planting into a pizza. I could actually enjoy social events without feeling like I had to choose between my goals and having a life. Now, I'm not saying you should go wild and start eating everything in sight. The key is finding that sweet spot, enough calories to support your activity levels and basic functions, but still maintaining a modest deficit if fat loss is your goal. So how do you know if undereating might be your problem? Ask yourself, are you constantly hungry? Do your workouts feel unusually difficult or like you can't recover from them? Have you been stuck at the same weight despite seemingly doing everything right? Do you feel cold all the time? Is your sleep quality suffering? Has your hair been falling out more than usual? Are you irritable and moody? If you're nodding along to several of these, it might be time to reconsider your calorie intake. Remember, your body is not your enemy here. It's just doing exactly what it was designed to do, keep you alive. Even when it thinks resources are scarce, your job is to reassure it that famine is not imminent, that it's safe to operate at full capacity, and yes, even to let go of some stored energy, aka fat, along the way. This might mean a slight course correction. Maybe the scale doesn't move for a few weeks while your metabolism adjusts to adequate fueling. But I promise, this approach leads to much better results in the long run than trying to survive on rabbit food while your body clings desperately to every fat cell like it's the last lifeboat on the Titanic. Next time you're tempted to cut your calories super low, remember this: your goal isn't just to lose weight by any means necessary. It's to create a healthy, functioning body that looks and feels amazing. And that requires giving it the fuel it needs to thrive. Main content. Issue 2: Misjudging calories burned during workouts. Alright, my friends, let's get real for a minute. If you've ever strutted out of the gym feeling like an absolute beast because you crushed it for an hour and then immediately rewarded yourself with a venti caramel frappuccino, this part is for you. One of the biggest and sneakiest reasons you might not be seeing results? You're overestimating how many calories you're actually burning during your workouts. Asterisk. I know, it's a total buzzkill. Trust me, I've been there. I once thought a 45-minute spin class meant I deserved half a pizza. Spoiler alert, it did not. Why does this happen? Asterisk. Because our brains are sneaky little things. Exercise makes us feel awesome, sweaty, pumped, accomplished, and we assume that feeling equals a massive calorie burn. But here's the truth bomb. Most workouts don't torch nearly as many calories as we think they do. For example, asterisk a brisk 30-minute walk? About 120 to 150 calories. Asterisk a solid 45-minute weight training session? Around 200 to 300 calories. Asterisk an intense HIIT workout for 20 minutes? Maybe 250 calories if you're giving it your all. And remember, it takes a 3.500 calorie deficit to lose asterisk 1 pound asterisk of fat. So, if you're banking on exercise alone, it's going to take a asterisk lot more than one sweaty gym selfie to get there. But wait, Eva, my smartwatch says I burned 600 calories today, asterisk. Oh, sweetheart, I hear you. I love smartwatches too. They're amazing tools for tracking and motivation, but let's not treat them like gospel. Studies show that wearables can overestimate calorie burn by asterisk up to 40%. Yikes. That's not to say they're useless. They're fantastic for measuring trends, heart rate, and consistency, but when it comes to calories out, take those numbers with a big ol' grain of salt. The "I earned it" trap. After a good workout, it's easy to slip into the "I earned this" mentality. You're proud, you're energized, and suddenly that extra cookie seems like destiny. But here's the kicker. One cookie could easily undo your entire workout's calorie burn, and then some. Story time. Eva's epic overestimation. Let me tell you a little story. Back in the day, I used to crush these insane 90-minute bootcamp classes, like leave a puddle of sweat on the floor level. I genuinely believed I was burning like 1.200 calories per session. So naturally, I'd swing by Chipotle for a double burrito bowl and a side of chips, because I deserved it. Well, guess who gained weight after 6 weeks of being a fitness maniac? Yep, yours truly. It wasn't until I got serious about tracking my intake and understanding my real expenditure that I finally saw results. So what should you do? Alright, here's the game plan. 1. Track your intake honestly. Use a food scale, yes. A real one, not eyeballing it, because half a jar of peanut butter looks suspiciously like 2 tablespoons when you're hungry. 2. Understand workout efficiency. Focus on strength training and high-intensity intervals, which are more efficient for fat loss than endless cardio. 3. Use a smartwatch the smart way. Track your heart rate, activity levels, and trends, but don't live or die by the calories burned number. If you're looking for a great option, I've linked my favorite fitness tracker in the description below. Smile, https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing square bracket opening parenthesis https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing parenthesis closing square bracket. 4. Prioritize NEAT NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, aka all the little movements you do throughout the day, walking, fidgeting, cleaning, chasing your dog. This can add up to hundreds of calories burned without a workout at all. So, move your body every chance you get. 5. Reset your mindset. Exercise is not a punishment for eating. It's a celebration of what your body can do. Separate workouts from earning food, and you'll have a much healthier, happier journey. Quick reality check. Let's say you burn 250 calories with a workout. That's awesome, but it's the equivalent of about 1 slice of pizza or 2 small cookies. Perspective, right? We have to zoom out and look at the whole day, not just the 45 minutes we spent at the gym. Final thought. You're doing better than you think. If you're here, listening, learning, and making changes, you're already ahead of the game. Seriously, adjust your expectations. Track smarter, and celebrate every small win. You've got this. And hey, next time you finish a workout, reward yourself with something even better than cookies, like a long, luxurious stretch, a power nap, or dancing around your living room like no one's watching. Highly recommend. Coming up next, we'll tackle the third big reason your weight loss might be stalling. Only doing cardio. Skipping strength training. Spoiler. Muscles are your fat-burning besties. Stay tuned. Main content. Issue 3 Only doing cardio. Skipping strength training. Alright, buckle up, because we're about to bust one of the biggest myths in fitness history. If you're spending hours on the treadmill, elliptical, or spin bike thinking it's the golden ticket to fat loss, we need to have a serious heart-to-heart. Cardio is great, but it's not enough. First, let me make something super clear. Cardio is not the enemy. Cardio improves your heart health, boosts endurance, and burns calories. It absolutely has a place in a balanced fitness routine. But if your goal is fat loss and a toned, strong physique, cardio alone won't get you there. Here's why. When you rely only on cardio, you might lose weight, but a lot of that can come from muscle. And losing muscle slows down your metabolism. Yes, you heard that right. Your metabolism actually slows down when you lose muscle mass. Not exactly what we want when we're trying to shed fat and keep it off. Muscle is your metabolic best friend. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. This means that even when you're sitting on the couch binge watching your favorite show, your muscles are burning calories just to maintain themselves. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate. In simple terms, more muscle equals more calories burned 24/7. When you neglect strength training, you miss out on this massive advantage. You might be working your butt off doing cardio every day, but you're not giving your body the tools it needs to become a fat-burning machine. The skinny fat phenomenon. Ever heard of being skinny fat? It's when someone looks thin in clothes but has a high body fat percentage and low muscle mass. It's a result of losing weight without building strength. Without muscle, The body can look soft and less defined, even if the number on the scale says you're thin. This happens a lot with people who do endless cardio but skip resistance training. They lose weight, but they don't achieve that toned, athletic look many of us are aiming for. Instead, they end up frustrated, wondering why they don't feel as fit as they should. Strength training builds the body you want. Strength training, lifting weights, using resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, builds lean muscle mass. It sculpts your body, defines your curves, and gives you that strong, athletic look. It also strengthens your bones, improves your posture, and boosts your confidence. And here's a bonus: after a strength training session, your body continues to burn calories for hours. This is called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC, or the afterburn effect. It means you burn more calories recovering from strength training than you do from steady-state cardio. Eva's wake-up call. Let me tell you about a humbling experience. Early in my fitness journey, I was a cardio queen. I thought lifting weights would make me bulky. So I spent hours each week doing cardio classes, running, and hitting the elliptical. Sure, I lost some weight, but I felt weak, tired, and my body didn't look the way I wanted. It wasn't until I started strength training, picking up dumbbells, learning proper form, pushing my limits, that everything changed. My body became leaner, stronger, and more resilient. I had energy all day. My metabolism picked up, and for the first time, I actually loved how I looked and felt. Common fears about strength training. Let's address a couple of fears you might have. 1. I don't want to get bulky. Trust me, you won't. Building serious muscle mass takes an incredible amount of time, effort, and often a specific nutrition plan designed for that goal. For most of us, strength training will make us look leaner and more defined, not bulky. 2. I don't know what to do. That's okay. Everyone starts somewhere. You can hire a trainer, follow a reputable program, or even start with bodyweight exercises at home. The important thing is to begin. Stay consistent, and challenge yourself over time. How to add strength training to your routine. If you've been a cardio-only warrior, don't panic. You can start integrating strength work easily. Asterisk 2 to 3 times per week of full body strength workouts is a great start. Asterisk focus on compound movements exercises like squats, deadlifts, lunges, push-ups, rows, and overhead presses. These work multiple muscle groups at once. Progressive overload is key. Over time, increase the weight, reps, or difficulty to keep challenging your muscles. Mix it up. Free weights, machines, resistance bands, and bodyweight exercises all have their place. Pair strength and cardio for best results. You don't have to choose one or the other. In fact, combining strength training with cardio is a powerhouse strategy. Strength builds the muscle, and cardio helps keep your heart healthy and burns extra calories. Think of them as teammates, not opponents. Here's an example weekly plan. Monday, full body strength training. Tuesday, moderate intensity cardio, like cycling or brisk walking. Wednesday, rest or active recovery. Thursday, full body strength training. Friday, HIIT cardio session. Saturday, strength training with some core focus. Sunday, rest or gentle stretching. Final thoughts. If you want lasting fat loss, a higher metabolism, and a body that looks as good as it feels, you need to strength train. Cardio can be part of your fitness journey, but it should never be the whole story. Pick up those weights, challenge yourself, build the body you want, not just the number you want to see on the scale. Remember, strength is not just physical, it's a mindset. When you get stronger in the gym, you get stronger in every other part of your life too. In the next part, we'll dive into another sneaky saboteur of weight loss: poor sleep and chronic stress. Stay tuned. Main content. Issue 4: poor sleep and stress are sabotaging your weight loss. We need to have a real talk about two of the most overlooked, underestimated, and underappreciated pillars of fitness success: sleep and stress management. You can have the best workout plan, the cleanest diet, and the most disciplined routine. But if you're not sleeping well and your stress is through the roof, you are paddling upstream with no paddle. Seriously, why sleep and stress matter more than you think. When you're sleeping poorly and living in a constant state of stress, your body is basically operating in emergency mode all the time. Hormones like cortisol, the stress hormone, are elevated. And that changes how your body processes calories, stores fat, and repairs itself. Chronic sleep deprivation and high stress levels make it significantly harder to lose weight and easier to gain fat. Especially around the midsection. You might be working your butt off in the gym, eating salad like it's your full-time job, and wondering why the scale isn't budging. Sound familiar? If it does, keep reading. The science behind it. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, and less leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full. Translation? You're hungrier, you crave more junk, and your willpower tanks. And if you're stressed, your body clings to fat like a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean. Cortisol not only increases appetite but also encourages fat storage, particularly around the belly. So even if you're doing everything right, your hormones could be steering the ship in the wrong direction. Story time. Eva's crash and burn. Let me take you back a few years. I was deep in my grind era, waking up at 5 a.m. to squeeze in 2 hours of exercise every day. Meticulously logging every bite I ate, living off black coffee and sheer willpower. Guess what? I wasn't losing weight. In fact, I was feeling exhausted, bloated, irritable, and completely discouraged. I couldn't understand it. I was doing double the work of everyone around me, but my body refused to cooperate. Finally, a mentor sat me down and gave me the tough love talk I needed. She pointed out that my body was in survival mode. I was under-eating, overtraining, sleeping maybe 5 hours a night, and my cortisol levels were probably sky-high. My metabolism had slammed on the brakes. It was a massive wake-up call. I realized I needed to treat my body with respect, not punishment. I started prioritizing sleep, taking full rest days, eating enough to fuel my workouts properly, and managing stress intentionally. And guess what? The weight started coming off. My energy skyrocketed. My mood improved. It was like I had found the missing puzzle piece. Actionable tips to fix your sleep and stress. 1. Prioritize sleep like it's your job. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Not, I lay in bed with my phone, sleep. Real. Restorative sleep. Set a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. Even on weekends. Create a wind-down routine. No screens for an hour before bed. Dim the lights. Maybe do some light stretching or reading. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. If you need help winding down, try deep breathing or meditation for 5 minutes before bed. 2. Manage stress proactively. Stress will never disappear completely. It's part of life. But how you handle it makes all the difference. Practice deep breathing exercises. Even 5 deep breaths can lower cortisol. Journal your thoughts before bed to get them out of your head. Schedule me time like it's an appointment. Exercise in moderation. Exercise is amazing for stress relief, but overdoing it can backfire. Balance intense sessions with restorative activities like yoga, walking, or stretching. 3. Eat enough to support recovery. If you're under-eating, you're digging yourself a deeper hole. Your body needs fuel to repair muscles, regulate hormones, and keep your metabolism firing. Use a food scale to track your intake accurately. Most people underestimate how little they're eating when they go by guesswork. Focus on balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich carbs. Don't skip meals or overly restrict calories. Slow and steady wins the race. 4. Track your progress smartly. Use tools that help you monitor your sleep, stress, and recovery. Smartwatches are incredible for this. They can track your sleep quality, heart rate variability, and even remind you to move and breathe during stressful days. If you're looking for a solid, affordable option, Check out the smartwatch I've linked in the description. It's been a game changer for me and many of my clients. Here's the link. https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing square bracket opening parenthesis https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing parenthesis. 5. Respect rest days. Rest is not laziness, it's part of the process. Your muscles need time to rebuild stronger. Your nervous system needs time to reset. Pushing through without rest only leads to burnout and stalled progress. Schedule at least one full rest day per week. Active recovery, light movement like stretching or a leisurely walk, is great. But honor true rest too. Quick signs you might be overdoing it. Constant fatigue even after sleeping. Irritability or mood swings. Increased cravings, especially for sugar and carbs. Stalled or reversed weight loss despite training hard. Higher resting heart rate. If you see yourself in this list, it's time to rethink your strategy. Final thoughts. Weight loss is not just about eating less and moving more. It's about creating an environment where your body feels safe to let go of excess fat. That environment includes proper sleep, managed stress, adequate nutrition, and balanced exercise. You deserve a fitness journey that feels good, not one that drains the life out of you. Trust me on this one. When you start respecting your body's need for rest and recovery, the results come faster, easier, and way more sustainably. Up next, we'll wrap it all up and recap the top things you need to focus on for lasting, healthy weight loss. Stay with me. Q&A session. Answering your burning questions. Welcome to the Quick Fire Q&A segment where we bust some of the most common fitness myths that just will not die. Grab your water bottle, get comfy, and let's dive in, because I promise you, the answers might surprise you and set you free from some serious fitness frustration. Question 1. Should I do lots of ab exercises to lose belly fat? Short answer. No. Long answer. Also no. But let me explain why. The idea that you can spot reduce fat, meaning you can target fat loss from a specific area by exercising that body part, is one of the most stubborn myths in the fitness world. Trust me, if doing 1,000 crunches gave you a six-pack, we'd all be walking around looking like fitness models. When you exercise a specific muscle group, you strengthen and grow those muscles. But it doesn't directly burn the fat sitting on top of them. Fat loss happens systemically, meaning your body decides where it pulls fat from. And unfortunately, it doesn't ask for your opinion first. Genetics play a huge role in where you lose fat first and last. What does work? A combination of strength training, cardio, a healthy, balanced diet, managing stress, and sleeping well, the stuff we've been talking about this whole time. Building a strong core is still super important. Core exercises improve posture, balance, and athletic performance. Plus, when you do lose enough body fat, those toned ab muscles will finally reveal themselves. So keep doing those planks and Russian twists. But know that they alone won't flatten your belly. Real talk example. When I was early in my journey, I once committed to doing 100 sit-ups every single day for a month. I was so sure I'd have visible abs by the end. Instead, I just had a sore back and no noticeable difference in my waistline. Once I focused on full body strength training, dialed in my nutrition, and started managing my stress, that is when the magic happened. Quick tips to actually reveal abs. Create a consistent calorie deficit through a combination of diet and exercise. Strength train your whole body 3 to 4 times a week. Incorporate full body movements like deadlifts, squats, and pull-ups that engage your core naturally. Maintain healthy sleep and stress levels. Question 2. Do I need cheat meals? Short answer. Not necessarily. But maybe. Long answer. Let's unpack this carefully. First, let's agree that the word cheat is loaded. It implies guilt, like you're doing something wrong. I prefer to think of it as flexible eating, or simply living your life. cheat meals can serve a psychological purpose for some people. Having a planned treat can make a strict nutrition plan feel more sustainable long term. It gives you a mental break, a chance to satisfy cravings, and can prevent feelings of deprivation. However, cheat meals can easily spiral out of control if not handled wisely. A meal can become a full day or weekend binge, undoing a week's worth of hard work. And for some, especially those with a history of disordered eating, labeling foods as cheats can set up an unhealthy relationship with food. The science behind it. In some cases, a slightly higher calorie meal can temporarily boost leptin levels, the hormone that signals satiety, and rev up metabolism slightly. But the effects are minimal. Cheat meals are not magic metabolism boosters. Their main benefit is psychological, not physiological. Eva's personal strategy. Personally, I don't schedule cheat meals. I allow myself to enjoy all foods in moderation every day. Nothing is off limits. I prioritize nutrient-dense meals most of the time. And if I really want pizza on a Friday night or a brownie at a birthday party, I have it. No guilt, no stress. The key is balance. One meal will not make you gain weight, just like one salad will not make you lose weight. It's the consistent patterns that matter. If you choose to use cheat meals, plan it in advance. Not impulsively. Still practice portion control. Enjoy, but don't overdo it. Eat mindfully. Savor the food. No distractions. Get right back to your regular healthy habits afterward. No punishment. No guilt. Mindset shift. Stop thinking of food as good or bad. Food is food. Some choices nourish your body more. Some nourish your soul. Both are important. A healthy relationship with food includes room for enjoyment without labeling yourself as good or bad based on what you eat. Final thoughts for this Q&A. You can't reduce fat, but you can build strong muscles and lose fat overall through smart training and eating. You don't need cheat meals to succeed, but allowing yourself flexibility can be a powerful tool for sustainability. Consistency and mindset matter far more than chasing magic solutions. Fitness success isn't about suffering or restriction. It's about creating habits and a lifestyle you can actually stick with, one that feels good, not like punishment. Alright, that's it for today's Q&A session. Coming up, we'll wrap everything up with a quick recap of the 3 biggest lessons you absolutely must remember if you want lasting results. Let's finish strong. Recap section. 3 big things to remember for lasting fitness success. We are almost at the finish line, and I am so proud of you for sticking with me through this deep dive. It's been a wild ride through metabolism myths, cardio confusion, calorie tracking drama, and stress and sleep battles. But before we officially close this episode, I want to leave you with the 3 most important lessons to tattoo onto your fitness journey. Because here's the deal. Success in fitness, real, lasting success, doesn't come from doing extreme things perfectly for a short period. It comes from doing the right things consistently, with a little grace, a little patience, and a whole lot of smart strategy. Let's break it down. 1. Eat smart, not less. You've heard me say it already today, but it's worth saying again louder for the people in the back. Eating less and less is not the answer. Starving yourself into skinny jeans is not a sustainable or healthy goal. When you chronically undereat, your metabolism slows down, your hormones get out of whack, your energy tanks, and your body clings to fat like a survival strategy. You're not doing yourself any favors by eating like a bird. Eating smart means fueling your body with enough calories, choosing nutrient-dense foods most of the time, and creating a moderate calorie deficit, not a starvation diet. It means understanding that food is not the enemy. Food is energy. Food is recovery. Food is strength. And yes, it's okay to enjoy treats. It's okay to eat carbs. It's okay to have pizza night with your friends. The key is consistency over perfection. Practical steps. Track your intake with a food scale and an app you trust. Focus on lean proteins, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. Asterisk don't drop calories too low. Aim for a sustainable deficit. Asterisk listen to your body. Hunger is not a failure, it's feedback. Asterisk 2. Train diversely and build muscle. If your workouts look the same every day, especially if they're cardio only, you are missing out on one of the biggest fitness hacks: building muscle. Muscle is what gives your body shape, strength, and a higher resting metabolism. More muscle means more calories burned around the clock, not just during your workout. Training diversely means combining strength training, cardio, and active recovery. It means working different muscle groups, challenging your body in different ways, and giving your system a reason to adapt and grow. Strength training is not optional if you want real, lasting fat loss. It's essential. Practical steps. Asterisk lift weights 2 to 4 times a week. Asterisk include compound movements like squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses. Asterisk mix in cardio sessions for heart health and endurance. Asterisk allow your body rest and recovery to rebuild stronger. Asterisk 3. Sleep well and manage stress like a pro. You can do everything else right, but if you are sleeping 4 hours a night and living in a state of chronic stress, your results will be painfully slow, if they come at all. Sleep is where the magic happens. Recovery, hormone regulation, muscle repair, mental clarity, it all happens when you are asleep. Stress, when unmanaged, drives cortisol through the roof, increases cravings, encourages fat storage, and drains your willpower. Prioritizing sleep and stress management isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Practical steps. Asterisk aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Asterisk create a calming bedtime routine. Asterisk manage stress daily, breathing exercises, journaling, walking, yoga, or whatever works for you. Asterisk track your sleep and stress levels with a smartwatch or app. Remember, I've linked my favorite affordable smartwatch option in the description. https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing square bracket opening parenthesis https://amzn.to/4cuff4v3 closing parenthesis. Putting it all together, none of these pillars stand alone. They are connected. When you eat enough smartly, you have energy for great workouts. When you train diversely, you build strength and stamina. When you prioritize sleep and manage stress, your body can actually recover, repair, and thrive. It's not about being perfect. It's about stacking small, smart choices day after day. It's about respecting your body, not punishing it. It's about building a lifestyle that feels good and fits you, not chasing quick fixes or trends. Eva's final pep talk. You are capable of so much more than you think. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. You don't have to punish yourself. You get to support yourself. Every smart meal, every training session, every good night's sleep, they are investments in your future self. Stay patient, stay persistent, stay kind to yourself. You've got this. Up next, in our final minutes together, I'll walk you through a simple action plan to stay connected, keep the momentum going, and continue crushing your goals. Let's finish strong. Let's stay strong together. All right, my friend, before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a few quick but powerful steps you can take right now to keep the momentum going. If today's episode hit home for you, if you've had those moments of frustration, confusion, and feeling stuck on your fitness journey, know that you are not alone. And you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. If you found value in today's conversation, do me, and yourself, a huge favor. Hit that follow button * wherever you're listening to this podcast. By following, you'll never miss a new episode full of science-backed tips, real talk, motivational pep talks, and the honest guidance you deserve. Next, share this episode * with a friend, family member, coworker, or workout buddy who might be struggling with the same issues. It takes 2 seconds to send a link, but it could change someone's whole approach to their health. You never know who needs to hear that they are not broken. They are not failing, they just need better tools and support. And hey, if you're ready to level up your fitness journey with smarter tools, don't forget to check out the smartwatch I've linked in the description. It's a game changer for tracking your workouts, sleep, stress levels, and recovery, everything we talked about today. Remember, tracking your progress isn't about obsession. It's about information. It's about seeing the big picture and making small, powerful adjustments along the way. Fitness isn't just about the physical transformation. It's about reclaiming your energy, your confidence, and your belief in what you're capable of. You're building strength inside and out. You are already doing the work just by showing up and learning. And I am here cheering you on every step of the way. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Let's keep getting stronger together. I'll see you in the next episode. The information shared in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only. While we strive to provide science-backed fitness and nutrition insights, this content should not be considered medical advice. Every individual's body, health history, and needs are unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. Before making any significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or health practices, we strongly recommend consulting with a qualified healthcare professional, doctor, or registered dietitian. Your health and well-being come first, and professional guidance ensures that your fitness journey is safe, effective, and tailored to you.